One. All right. Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing his word, truth, sincerity. Or this is the brother Tawab Shah. Me and this brother got together through the spirit once again. What we want to go into is Esau, this damn devil. How he has had that perpetual hatred towards us, the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But, all the atrocities that he's committed against our people, he's not going to get away with, man. Okay? All the lies, all the murder, all the deceit, all the snares that he's placed upon our people, he's going to answer for that, man. Okay, and that's why America, this society is going down the toilet. Okay, this shit is being flushed down the toilet because now all the atrocities this man has done in this earth, especially to our people, mainly against our people, now he's starting to see the effects of that, man. Okay, he's starting to see, Esau starting to see the judgments, ultimately the elites, because, they still in the power seat, but these average Edomites out here, they're starting to catch it, man. They're starting to feel that squeeze, A lot of these Edomites are downsizing. The economy is shitty. These jobs are shitty. Hey, Amazon is taking over the fucking workforce, man. A lot of these jobs, like people used to, especially men, men, if you looked at the average man that was in their 30s, 35, like 30 to 38. If you looked at those men 40, 30 years ago, the majority of men, they worked in factories. They did those hard, those blue collar jobs, those hard labor jobs. And now we're starting to see, this world, that the modern day world that we live in, everything is digital. And Esau is basically, that old saying, cut out the middleman. They're getting rid of the manual labor, and they're replacing manual labor with digital labor. With these robots, these different electronics. Because these so-called robots, they don't get sick like a human would. They don't get injuries. They don't need workers' compensation. They don't need a union. All these different things that these companies have to deal with when it comes to manual labor. These laws, these policies, benefits, things like healthcare and retirement, all these different things that these companies have to, have in place for the employees. Because that's what these companies pitch to the employees. You want to work, if you work here, you get these benefits, blah, blah, blah. In exchange for that, you gotta work all these hours, these overtime hours, and they make it mandatory, and what happens? People get overworked, people are underpaid, people have stress, and a lot of people are getting fed up with this shit. So that's why, everything is becoming digital. And what we always say, that's one of the things Esau is going to use to, push that MOTB, try to establish his NWO. But getting back to the point of the lesson, it's all these things this man has set up is, try to destroy our people, man, the Israelites, because these elites, I'm talking about the elites, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Oppenheimers, the Getty, so on and so forth, all these different rich, these banking families, they know that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true Israelites. They know that we the people of the Lord. And they know as long as they got us on the bottom, in their mind, they think that their kingdom is going to rule forever. But they're sadly mistaken. Okay, everything that Esau has done to us, he's going to pay for it. You know. So with all that being said, I'm not going to ramble on any further. We're going to get right into it, and we pray this is edifying to you, sincere brothers, as well as you few sisters out there. So with that, the first scripture, brother.
It's 2 Thessalonians 1:6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Right, and the so-called white man, not just the so-called white man, all these other nations troubled us. But him, we start with him primarily because in this modern captivity that we're in, this motherfucker Esau, he's troubled us. Okay, all you gotta do is look up at American history, man. You know, for the starting with the Northern Kingdom with the tribe of Gad. Okay, the so-called Native American tribes, which are called the Latinos today. Because a lot of them tribes, the northern tribes that speak Spanish today, when they came over here, they were referred to as the indigenous tribes. Okay, which later the Spanish conquered them. That's why they speak Spanish today. Okay, just like us here, the so-called Negro tribes that's here in America, we mainly speak English. You know, and I believe Haiti they speak what's that word? They speak the French. I can't remember. What do they call it? Patois.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, they speak that language because they was conquered by the French. Okay. And us over here, Jake over here in America, we speak English. Okay. And I forget the language Benjamin speaks as well. But the point is, we were all conquered by Esau. Okay, and that's why we speak these languages, these tongues. Before we woke up to this truth, we were celebrating these holidays like Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July, so on and so forth. Okay, we was caught up in the ways of this world. Now that we've been returned to this truth, now that we know who we are, we know who our enemy is. We know that Esau, the so-called white man, because Esau, that's his true nationality. The so-called Caucasian, the so-called white people, they really have the true nationality, according to the scriptures, is Esau. Okay? Now that we know that they're Esau, we know that they're our enemy. Okay? We know that this man, because in the scriptures speak about how Esau had that perpetual hatred towards us, man. And we see it. We see how they have oppressed our people. Like I said, all you gotta do is look up history, man. Okay, and you ain't even gotta look that far back. They got film of these Edom'S, these cops beating our people with billy clubs. You got footage of firemen spraying our people with water hose with the fire. They attach the hose to the hydrant, and that shit can fuck you up, man. That pressure of that water, and you see in that film when Jake, I don't know, what's that, Alabama? It was somewhere in the South where they was spraying our people with the water hose, and it was sicking those dogs on them, and you can see Jake getting knocked off their feet from the water hose. You see Jake hiding behind street lamps and shit, just have a guard for that water that was coming towards him, because Esau didn't have no mercy. That show you how Esau had that hatred towards us, and it all stemmed from that bombing that happened in Birmingham. They had a documentary called Four Little Girls, which the documentary was about four so-called black girls that got killed in a church in Birmingham by the Ku Klux Klan. They threw I believe they threw sticks of dynamite. That's why they called Birmingham Bombingham at one point, because they used to bomb Jake houses. They used to bomb those churches with sticks of dynamite. In this particular night, these girls, they was in the church. They was in the basement somewhere in the church. I don't know what they was doing, but Esau pretty much threw sticks of dynamite down there and killed them. And that's why those protests was taking place in Alabama. And you see that footage of the water hose and how they were sicking dogs on Jake. That's you can look that shit up right now on YouTube, man. Okay, so hey, like read that again, brother. 2 Thessalonians.
This is 2 Thessalonians 1:16. Seeing it as a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that troubled you.
Yep. See, it's a righteous thing with the Lord, the recompense. Recompense meaning payback.
Yeah, I was bring that out.
You know what I'm saying? Because Esau, the so-called white man, as a whole, they never really had the answer for that, man. They haven't fully been recompensed for those atrocities that they committed against us, man. Now I spoke about the bombing that happened in Birmingham. Let's fast forward 30 years later. You had this incident with Rodney King in Los Angeles, okay, where they had these motherfuckers on tape. You had Edomite cops beating the shit out this dude, and they said supposedly, they was chasing him. It was a police pursuit or whatever, and they finally caught up with him. And once they caught up with him, the police was aggravated, whatever. You know what I mean? All right. The point is, the people saw the true nature of how these police treat our people. Okay? And it went to trial, and what happened? They were held not guilty. And what happened afterwards? Jake started to riot. And then, of course, like the brother said last week, Jake just fucked up their own neighborhood. But see, we coming to a time where the Lord's going to put the spirit on Jake. Jake going to be coming at you Edomites, you so-called white people, man. Because that's that spirit of that racial tension is coming back, man. With all these police shootings and all these different events that's been taking place where Jake is being discriminated, which has always been happening, but it's getting to a boiling point now because now everything is the Lord had got it to where we're in a digital age where you can see all these things take place in real time now. It's not like the 60s where Jake can get lynched and shit, and the story won't come out to the rest of the nation until months later, depending on when it happened, Now we're in a time where, things transpire. It's already across the world within a matter of seconds and minutes, But that's just the Lord intensifying things. Yep, go ahead.
This is James 2:13. For he shall have judgment without mercy. It has showed no mercy, and mercy rejoices against judgment.
Yeah, because Esau, he ain't gonna receive no mercy. No. Because this motherfucker, he don't know the first thing about mercy, man. Okay, when he came to this land, did he show the northern kingdom mercy? No. And the northern kingdom was cool with him. They showed him how to live off the land. They were kind to this man. Okay? But see, the Lord created this man to be the wicked. Okay? So it don't matter. That's what Jake don't understand, man. Jake think, if I put a suit and tie on, I shave my head, I shave my beard, I speak proper, I'll be accepted. If I align my ideals with the oppressor, everything will be okay. Which is bullshit, man. Okay? And the Lord has shown many times, many examples of these niggas that sold out. In the long run, in the end, what happened to them? They receive the same. They get treated just like the Jake that they look down upon, man. Okay, because at the end of the day, it's all a psychological game Esau plays with our people.
Throw hand joining hand.
Yep. Throw hand joining hand. The wicked should not go unpunished, man. Okay? And those of you that join hand with this devil, you're going to fall with him. You just lost, man. You just blind. Okay.
It's funny on here on my phone. It's like an advertisement on Google, and it says prisoners need Bibles. And you got Jake with his hands folded and his head down, looking all like real, like basically like having a Bible is they trying to keep Jake meek, like trying to keep him, hey, read the Bible, and not knowing the Bible is totally opposite of that, man. It's like it's real ferocious. We want to kill, not right now, but But he know what's coming, so he trying to keep Jake at bay, trying to keep his ass calm, because he know.
But that's spiritual, because we're prisoners of hope.
Yep, calm.
You know what I'm saying? We're prisoners to Yahweh Shah. We're not prisoners to this world. We're prisoners to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we still yet this day, as it says in Baruch, we're yet this day in our captivity, man. We're still subject to payments. Okay, we got to agree with thine adversary quickly. Okay, we have no might in our hands. Okay, that's why we waiting upon the Lord. That's why the scriptures say, "Wait upon me until I rise upon the prey." Because we're being oppressed. Go ahead, bro.
Zechariah 11:5 says, "Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty."
Right. Just like I was saying with that Rodney King shit. Okay. And even let's fast forward again, another 20 years. Trayvon Martin. Mike Brown.
Oh boy, they put his knee on his neck.
Man, what's his name?
Yeah.
I forget his name. Damn. George Floyd. Yeah, George Floyd. We seen, he got held guilty. The cop, it was one of them that got arrested or so-called convicted or whatever. But the point is, this shit has been going on with our people for years, man. This man been murdering us. This man just been not just murdering us, brutalizing us. You know what I'm saying? Mutilating us to the point of you can't even recognize Jay. Just like with Emmett Till. Yeah. Look how they look up Emmett Till for you young brothers out there. You brothers that's like in your teenage years. Yeah. Look up Emmett Till because he was your age. Yeah.
That one little Jake that they electrocuted. He was like 14.
Yep.
They put him on a Bible because he was so small,
Yep.
It's so much shit out there. When you start looking, and it make you get infuriated. You gotta really calm yourself, because the more you know, boy, you start hating these devils, man.
Yeah,
you really
bro.
see that they are the devil, man.
Yeah, that's why the scriptures say perpetual, meaning forever. It never changed. Esau never lost his hatred for us. That hatred he had for Jacob back then, it applies to this day.
But Jake want to love, Jake want to love his enemy. Scriptures speak about that. Don't never trust your enemy, man. Jake want to walk hand in hand with this damn devil though.
But when it come to their own, they got different energy.
They want to kill their own. No mercy for his own. That's why 2/3 gonna be cut off and die, man. That's why we cool with it.
That's right.
You understand? We ain't even worried about y'all. We just hoping that we are the elect, and that's it.
That's right.
Fuck y'all, man.
That's right. And when OJ come back in the kingdom, he gonna put him on you Edom'S, okay?
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, because OJ Simpson at the end of the day, he's a Jake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When OJ come back, you know what I'm saying?
That got some hell to pay.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Zechariah 11:5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, "Blessed be Yahweh, for I am rich," and their own shepherd pity them not.
Right, because they had us in slavery, and see, even going back to slavery, they always had these sellout niggas, okay, house niggas, whatever you want to call them. You always had these niggas among our nation that would sell out to keep our people in that lower state. Keep them pacified. Okay, they would set up these pastors, these jakes in the church to keep Jake in that stupefied state, man. keep Jake pacified, keep Jake from having that hatred towards their enemy. You know, that's why Jake got hatred towards themselves, man. Because just like with the hip hop music, you know, when Public Enemy was out, you know, they was coming up against the system. They was speaking against Esau shit. You know, when what happened after that? Shortly after that, you get a group from out here called NWA, gangster rap. It ain't about fight the power no more. Now it's about shooting, killing another nigga. You know, you got that song with Ice Cube, Gangsta Gangsta. When you hear the lyrics, all he talking about is shooting and killing his own people. He ain't talking about fighting the oppressor. He talking about fighting his brother. You know, he talking about putting slugs in his neighbor, man. You know, and that became a trend that's still heavy. That's the main trend in the fucking music today. Is murdering your own people, man. You know, the majority of hip hop music, you can't even listen to without a lyric somewhere in there about murdering their own people. You know? And then when you do music that's not aligned with that, Jake call you corny, you boring, you a square, okay? You all these different things because you ain't pushing that bullshit. But, you know, Esau ain't gonna allow your ass on the radio anyway, because in order for you to sell records, in order for you to be on these platforms, you gotta spew that rhetoric. And Kanye West was talking about that with them small hatters. He said, you notice you can never say shit about them small hatters, but you can say nigga this, nigga that all day long. Dave Chappelle brought that shit out when we had the Chappelle show. You know, he used the F word, he used the word faggot, right? And he got pulled to the side about that. But then he asked the chick, the lady, whatever, the people that was in control of the language or whatever, he asked them, well, okay, I can't say this word, but how come I get to say the word nigga with impunity? I just say nigga with no consequence. What's up with that? The hypocrisy. But see, Dave Chappelle and these other motherfuckers don't understand is this is not our kingdom, man. Okay? As long as you Jakes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, those of you that have talent, you will never really have full control over your work. You know what I'm saying? Because Esau, so-called white man, as well as these other nations, they're over us right now. Okay? We don't have full authority here, man. All right?
Quick preset.
Yep, go ahead.
Because ultimately it's the curses, like, you know, Jake looking at his brother all crazy.
Right.
This is Deuteronomy 28:54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother.
Right. And that's our people right now. But, you know, like out here, I'm going to speak for the West Coast perspective, you know. Being from California, me and this brother, we from California. So the tension between the southern tribes and northern tribes has always been high out here. You know what I'm saying? Because the culture in Los Angeles is segregated. A lot of neighborhoods are segregated. It's not like the East Coast, you know, where brothers, you know, that's from out here that's you know, gave us the scoop on how the East Coast is. It's not like how the East Coast, where the southern tribes, northern tribes mingle, they all blend with each other. It's not like that out here. Out here, LA is so big, a lot of these neighborhoods are segregated. So even if you know, don't get me wrong, there's a few cases where you have Issachar, so-called Mexicans, that'll be sprinkled among Judites in their neighborhood. They grow up around Judah, and you would look at them and the way they vibe, their spirit is, you would think they're a Judite, you know, and vice versa. You got Judites that grow up among Issachar, and they speak the whole Issachar lingo and all that. You know, they call them black cholos. They showed you that in that movie Colors. Okay? So, but for the most part, it's tension between the tribe of Issachar and the tribe of Judah. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the region in LA, it is. But like the brothers just mentioned, that goes back to the curses, okay, that fell upon our nation. Because Issachar, they got beef with other Latin tribes, such as Zebulon. Out here, the MS-13 and the Serenios, they don't get along. That's why a lot of the prison, the prison politics, whatever they want to call it, when Jay go to prison, when Judah go to prison, don't matter if they're blood or crip or whatever gang they from, they all got to join under one thing, because out here the prison is segregated by ethnicity. Okay, so when Jay go to prison, Jay got Negroes, they got to be in the same group. Latin tribes got to be in a group, Esau got to be in a group, so on and so forth. But in the prisons, the Latin tribes, a lot of them are side with Esau. But, we feel a lot of them motherfuckers is terrorists any motherfucking way. But the point is, like the brother read, that's that the curses that fell on our nation, that hatred towards your brother, because Judah got that same hatred towards the northern tribes as well, for no reason. You know what I'm saying? But when the Lord returns, all that's going to be rectified, man. Okay? Go ahead, brother.
You get that Ezekiel?
Yep.
Start at the top.
Yep.
Ezekiel 25 and 1.
No, 12. Get to the point.
Ezekiel 25 and verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance.
Right. Edom being the so-called Caucasian, so-called white race, have dealt against the house of Judah, meaning the Negro tribes, so-called Negroes, what you call African Americans, Jamaicans, so-called Jamaicans, Trinidadians, so on and so forth, all the way down to so-called Haitians, which is the tribe of Levi, okay? And tribe of Benjamin is the Jamaicans, Trinidadians, so on and so forth, okay? The people in those regions, okay? That's the tribe of Benjamin, okay? All the way up to the Negroes here that have been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, primarily here in America, okay? We make up the house of Judah, okay? They have dealt against us by taking vengeance and have greatly offended us. Because what's the main byword that in this modern day and age have they placed upon us? Nigger. And that word is so profound that Jake took that word. Jake started to use it Jake started using it among themselves. You can't hear it. You ain't even gotta listen to a rap song. Just walk out your house and talk to the average Jake out there. I guarantee you gonna hear that word multiple times.
They saying it so much, they got the other nations saying it.
Right.
You got Issachar saying it.
Right.
You got Puerto Ricans saying it.
Right. Which, they are people.
Yeah.
But, Jake, that's just show you that Jake, we the salt of the earth. Yeah. Jake can take something that's negative, even though, it ain't positive. We don't call each other niggas, okay? Right. But I'm just making a point, how Jake can take something that was meant to be derogative, and they made it to where, it's a cool thing, where a lot of people feel like if you get called it, like that Dave Chappelle skit, with the Edom'S, he said, "Oh, did he just call us niggers? Yeah. Awesome," you know what I'm saying? Right. Like he felt validated being called the nigger, So, matter of fact, read that again, bro.
It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them." Right,
because when you watch a movie like Rosewood, for example, right? You saw Jake was prospering, man. And Rosewood is just one area. It's a movie that they made called Rosewood. It's just focused on this little area in Florida. But it was a lot of places, Jake. It was a lot of neighborhoods throughout the Babylon where Jake was prospering. You know what I'm saying? Those are just a few prominent, names from that era. You know what I'm saying? But it was more regions where Jake was doing good. Those were just the main ones at that time. But just going, just goes to show you when Jake was doing well, because Jake had their own hospitals, Jake had their own libraries. You know what I'm saying? Jake had their own clubs, their own grocery stores, markets. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. Jake had all that. Okay, because it's not that we our people are stupid. We are intelligent people. We know how to do shit. But see, the thing is though, the Lord wasn't with that.
Black Wall Street.
Right, Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? The Lord wasn't with that. That's why He allowed Esau to come in and and totally demolish those towns, because the Lord didn't bring us here for that. This is our punishment because we sinned against the Lord. Okay? But the point is, going back, it just goes to show the hatred Esau has for us. Because it was deeper than just us having dark skin. See, Jake get caught up on the skin color thing. It's deeper than skin color. This is a spiritual thing, man. Because Esau, this motherfucker, at one time, going back to the serpent, he had pigmentation. This thing is a spiritual thing, because the mark of Cain, when he was stripped of his pigmentation. Okay, to now, this motherfucker, he's not right. His spirit, this man's spirit is not right. He, like I said, he was created to be the wicked. Okay, so whenever he sees our people, because Jake, the Lord, that's how we know we the people of the Lord. It's just within it. Jake is the innovators. Everything that you see in this society, spawns from an Israelite, man. Okay? Because the Lord gave us that gene. He gave us that ability to be innovators, to create. Okay? But see, the Lord didn't give us, the Lord didn't send us here to prosper, man, and have an inheritance to pass down from generation to generation, because this is not our rest, man. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 14. It says, did I finish 13? Therefore thus saith 13.
Yep.
Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom and will cut off man and beast from it.
Right. The Lord said He's going to stretch out His hand towards Edom, upon Edom. Okay? Because He's going to allow His elect, His servants, the prophets, to get busy on Esau. See, because we can't do nothing right now. Okay? All these niggas walking around posing guns, you foolish. Okay? That ain't no power. Esau is not nervous when he see a bunch of niggas with guns. Okay? Esau got way more advanced shit than that. Okay?
Way more skill.
Right. He got way more power. He got way more resources.
That's his blessing.
That's why, once again, going back to Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter, wait upon me until I rise upon the prey. He not pray to us. We pray to him. He praying upon our people. Okay? Who's getting shot? What group of Negro cops is gunning down unarmed Edomites? Do you see a bunch of 6'5" Jake police officers pulling over young Edomites, pulling them out their car, beating the shit out of them? Do you see that? I don't see it. Please show me a video of that. When you see a 6'5" cop, a nigga, bald head ass nigga, beating up on an Edomite. You will see a nigga cop beating up on another nigga, but you ain't gonna see no nigga cop beating up on an Edomite. You're not gonna see it. Okay? So this is the like scripture say, patience and faith of the saints, which are the Israelites. Okay? This is what we patiently waiting for, man. For that vengeance, and it's gonna come through the Lord. Go ahead, brother.
It says, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword.
Yep. Go ahead.
And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger, and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh.
Right. And the Lord said, we're going to do all this in Edom according to his anger. You see that? According his anger. That's the key word. His anger. Okay? Now ours. Because we can't do shit here. Okay? You get angry, they'll throw your ass in jail. You know, that's why the scriptures say, agree with thine adversary quickly. Because he got the authority to throw your ass in jail.
Be angry and sin not.
Yep.
That not shit. You better control yourself.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? That hey, we subject to payments. When you go to court, when Esau give you a citation, that's a payment. You know? They say they pull you over, they make him some lame ass, oh, your tail light out. Or you was going too fast in this lane. Or what blah wherever. You know, wherever citation they give you, you know, depending on this, you know, especially with this crooked ass system, with Jake, you know, we never get a fair shake in these courts, you know. So that's part of that being subject to payments, you know. And brothers have got citations, and some brothers have went to those courts, and the officer in question didn't show up, and brothers, you know, was able to, you know, not pay that fine or whatever. Okay, because the particular officer that gave the brother citation didn't show up. But the point is, we're in their grip. Okay, as the scriptures say, they prey upon our people, man. They prey upon us like a lion. They lay in wait for us. Okay, they set up those snares. They got a thing called entrapment, where Esau have a car out there. They have a luxury car in the hood, in the middle of fucking nowhere, in the hood, all places where Jake, because they know they just know in their mind one of them niggas is going to try to come up on that shit. You know, they'll put that shit right in the middle of the projects and put a camera right there. You know what I'm saying? So they can lock our people up. And you know, you gonna have a dumbass nigga out there. They're gonna see that car, and you know, Jake never put 2 and 2 together. Cause like, first of all, what the fuck is this car doing in the hood in the first goddamn place? You know what I'm saying? Who gonna drive through the hood in a luxury car to begin with? You know what I'm saying? But Jake, a lot of people are just stupid, man. You know, they fall right into that snare that Esau set up for them. You know, but the point is, Esau, he's going to pay for all that, man, because even though our people are wicked as hell too, they're going to pay for their sins, but Esau, he's the one that's in the rulership right now, so he's going to pay for all the shit that he's committed upon our people. All right? Go ahead, brother.
That was it on that one.
Yep. Okay, I had you read that. Go to Ezekiel 35, start at 1 and read all the way to 7. 35, 1 and read all the way to 7.
Ezekiel 35 and 1 says, moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it.
Right, talking about Esau. Okay? Mount Seir represents Esau. So we set our face against Esau here in Babylon. Okay? Because this is one of Esau's strongholds here in the world. This is the primary one. Here, Babylon, America, because America has a major influence over the entire planet. Okay, where it'll be the fashion, the music, the food, you name it. Okay, Esau over here in America has an influence upon these nations. Go ahead.
It says in verse 3, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
Right. See, so the Lord is saying He's against Mount Sinai. He's against you, so-called white people. Okay, starting with you, your international banking families. Okay, He's against y'all, man. Okay, Lord ain't never been with you devils. Okay, the only reason you devils are in power is to fulfill prophecy, man. Okay, it was prophesied that you, going back to Genesis, that you would have the fatness of the earth. Okay, that you would live by the sword. Okay, through your weapons. Okay, your military might. Okay, it was prophesied that you was going to have a season where you was going to be on top. But now, guess what? Now we're at the end of that. We're at the end. We're at your decline. Okay. So now we're coming into a time where Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 4, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh.
And how the Lord is going to do that? Through those missiles. Okay. When those missiles are being shot off from these different nations upon Babylon the Great, aka America, that's how the Lord is going to lay this place desolate. Okay, because when those missiles touch down, it's going to destroy everything. It's going to melt all the elements, everything on this soil, as Jake say, on the soils. All this shit is going to be melted, man. It's going to be totally obliterated. Okay, you're not going to know California all the way to New York. You're not going to be able to tell the borders because everything is going to be laid desolate. Go ahead.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
Man, you had a non-stop hatred for our people, man. Even unto this very day. It's never changed. Okay? We gave you many examples of how you have this hatred towards our people. Okay? And you shed our blood here on this land. Okay? Like I said, all you gotta do is just go on YouTube, go on Google, do the research, man. Just look at the history of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans here in this land, and how we've been treated and how we've been slaughtered here, man. Just look up those accounts, man. It's tons of them. Go ahead.
By the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Right, because you put more, you went above the boundary, man. You pushed it past the limit. Okay? Because like I said, when you came over here with when our northern brothers and sisters was here in this land, they showed you how to live off the land. You know, they civil. You know, they showed you how to be civil, man. They showed you how to have care for yourself, man. And you know, Gad, they knew about the herbs and all that. They knew about the medicinal purposes of the different herbs in the land. They knew about the land Sabbath, which goes back to the law, goes back to our heritage as being Israelites. Okay, but what did you do? You stabbed them right in the back because you're the wicked. Go ahead.
Can I read the NLT?
Yep.
It says Ezekiel 35:5, your eternal hatred for the people of Israel led you to butcher them when they were helpless, when I had already punished them for all their sins.
Woo! You butchered us, man. Get that. Look at those images from that book, Nature. Not Nature. Knows on Colorline. Wild Sanctuary, man. You know, you ain't even gotta type that. Just type lynching. Okay. Type the cavalry against the natives. You'll get those images, man. Of how they just totally butchered and slaughtered our people with no mercy, man. You got images of the northern tribes, the indigenous tribes, where you have massive graves, where you can see them fucking them Edomite soldiers, them U.S. soldiers, they standing over a pit And it's just tons of bodies of the northern tribes, man. You can see women, children, the men that they totally butchered and murdered unjustly. Okay, you can see them. They just it's just heaps of piles of bodies on top of each other. Okay, they never had to answer for that, man. Okay, but they're getting ready to answer for that. Go ahead.
6, it says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood.
That's what the Lord is doing. He's preparing you Edomites for blood. Okay? And you notice, we in some hard times right now. Who's really going through it though? Yeah, Esau going through it too, but who's really getting affected by this shit? Jake. We always who the first to suffer in here? It's Jake. When the first people to get fired is Jake. The first people that's in the unemployment line is Jake. All these programs, who you think all these programs is for? It ain't for the Esau. It's for Jake. Even though they say, recent years, it's been coming out that majority of the people that have been on welfare is Esau. But the point is, we're the oppressed in this society. See, when Esau gets on food stamps and welfare and shit, he's not being oppressed. This nigga. If this nigga is getting food stamps in this society, it's not because he's being oppressed. That's because this motherfucker, he's just a piece of shit. Jake, you know how it is when Jake want to get food stamps or any kind of help. They're gonna put Jake through the ringer, man. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. They don't give Jake the runaround. You know what I'm saying? They don't have you do. You gotta do all the steps. You gotta do it right. You gotta do it 100% with no mistakes. As soon as you make the slightest mistake, they gonna take that shit away from you. But like I said, that we are yet this day in our captivity. Go ahead.
Verse 6, it says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee.
Yep. Blood shall pursue thee. Go ahead.
See if thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Blood shall pursue thee.
Sound like payback to me.
You see? Blood gonna pursue you, you Edomites, man. And see, and see, we ain't just saying this just to be saying it, man. This is in the scriptures, man. Brothers reading the scripture. You see, you so-called white people, y'all been on top so long, y'all, even you regular loser ass Edomites, are proud as fuck, and you don't even understand. You've been sold out. You've been fucked over. You being oppressed. You don't got to pay all this ridiculous ass taxes. For what? For nothing. And your money system is not even real. It's all a fraud, man. But the point is, all you are Edomites at the end of the day, man. All of you gonna have to go into captivity, man. Okay, Jeremiah 30:16. All they that devour thee, we gonna devour. Okay, all they had us captives, you gonna be captives. Okay, it's only right. Go ahead.
Verse 7. It says, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passes out, and him that returneth.
Right. All this is gonna be wiped out. Okay. Obadiah, Esau, visually mentioned Esau gonna be exterminated. Okay. Once that first 1,000 years of you serving the captivity in the kingdom of heaven, you're gonna be wiped out. And it's only right. It's only right. Okay? You can't say that's not fair. You had your chance, you had your rule. Okay? You had your season, okay, where you was in, man. You got to experience the fatness of the earth. You got to experience having all these resources at your disposal. You got the experience of having your way, you know, with all women and other nations women. Okay? You had your way. But now it's time for you to go down, man. You've done your part. You've done your part of being the wicked. You fulfilled that role. You fulfilled the script of being the wicked upon the planet Earth. Now it's time for the righteous to be set back in order, man. Which is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Arab Americans, the Israelites, the true Israelites, man. All right, not the motherfuckers over there in the land, them small hairs. They're not the real Israelites. They're not the real Jews. Okay, those are imposters. They're Edomites, man. They are the wicked. Okay, that was it on that.
No, that was it.
All right, you had a precept or?
That was.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, with that, we're gonna wrap it up. You don't make it too long. Yeah, we got the 50 mark.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's all good. That's his spirit, man. You know, like I said, we pray this is edifying to you, sincere brothers, as well as you few sisters out there, man. Stay strong, keep fighting, man. We almost out here. So with that, we're gonna give all glory and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to the hopeful elect, puts in his word, truth, sincerity. Shalom.